Cabernet, remember I said there's over 400 to choose from? First thing you're going to start with is your rootstock person. That rootstock supplier is going to send you back to your property with a shovel. They need you to dig up a sample from 6 feet down here, 4 feet over there, and maybe 5 feet over here. They're being very strategic about these directions because NAPA is so small. It's only 5 miles across by roughly 30 miles long. They're mapping all of NAPA out, and we have the ability to do it. So you bring those samples back to them. They spread each one out like they're gold panning. They're going to also add water to it and see how fast it absorbs. How long does it retain this water? They look for rocks, minerals. They're looking for sand, ancient riverbed, and then they're going to make a decision. Some of these roots go down 3 feet, and there's some that can go down as deep as 30 feet. So based upon what they see, they've customized your root. Now they've done that, they're going to send you to buy your grape. Now every grape is called by a clone number. Let me find the sweet spot out of the sun here. Every grape is known by a number because it's been cloned, just like it sounds. Some of the flavors in these cabs are gingerbread, caramel, coffee, dark chocolate, and toast. You've got perfume and floral aromas. You have blackberry, blueberry, bean cherry, cassis, currants. There's too many choices. Plus, thin skin, thick skin. The skins on a grape are sunscreen. So based upon now, that clone supplier wants to know where do you live. And now it's full disclosure about your experience, your knowledge. I'm going to say your bank account, because some of these grapes, if you try to hide some of that and they're making a choice for you, it can wreck you. There's some clones that are like the worst teenager in the house. They will try every emotion, test your nerves, empty your bank account. They will do everything they can before they finally produce the finest bottle of wine. So just keeping in mind, you full disclosure. So they're going to look on that side of the, if you live on that side, you've got forest floor, you've got some beautiful golden clay flavors, a little bit of mushroomy over there. Also, the sun's equal on both sides, but that forest over there is going to absorb some of that heat, and you don't have that redirected back on the floor what the vines did there. Over on this side, you have late afternoon sun, but you've got a lot of rocks and mineral and graphite, and it's reflecting that heat. So thicker skin, bigger sunscreen. So based upon that, let's say it's over here. They're going to choose that clone for you, send you back to your rootstock supplier. They take it from there. It's the rootstock person that has planted all of NAPA. They've been in charge. So they're going to drill a hole in that root, drop that twig, that clone of choice in, and reproduce that one grape over and over and over. That's called single vine. So if you see a bottle in the store and it says single vine or the word clone, means the same exact thing. All of the flavor in that bottle came from one grape. It's fantastic if you have an incredible year. Perfect weather, rain, sun, all of it was perfect in the timing that you picked it. But if you have a challenging year, you are in trouble because all your eggs are in one basket. So what all of these wineries do, in the tasting room, there's a lot of new people. In these tasting rooms, they may tell you 3 of the clones that are in that. There's actually, I'm going to say 10, potentially up to 30. That winemaker is going to choose every cab that fits their land profile. They're going to choose all of them. Because if you're painting a Van Gogh, you want all the choices for colors. You don't want just one paint color. So we all choose the best that fits our property. Only this side, this is amazing. This is stunning over here. So they sold this property off. They had already owned this one up in Alexander Valley, but they picked up, or they purchased up in Soda Canyon Road. Late afternoon sun, heavy, just rocks and mineral. You get so much complexity. NAPA cabs are mostly Bordeaux blends because those tannins that come with it, thick skin, sunscreen. When you see that show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous and they show the wine cellar, they all have a wine cellar. I always freeze it and look at the wines. They're almost always the same wines in that cellar because not all wines can be cellared. Not all of them can. They have to be perfect. They have to have the right amount of tannins because over the years, those tannins start converting into a beautiful velvetyness. That's what you want. But if you have one in there that doesn't have the right clones, the right fruitiness, fruit pulls back at the same measure of time. So you'll end up with a bottle that's velvety and flat. So it has to have the right amount of fruitiness. And that's why hiring the right winemaker, it may cost, but it won't. It's going to be the best thing for you. What you're drinking right there, though, is from Alexander Valley, north of Napa, north of Sonoma. It has a marine layer that doesn't burn off till, let's say, 10 in the morning. By the time that marine layer has burned off, it's raised the acidity in that grape. And now you need as much sunshine to hit that as possible. That acidity means fruit, lots and lots of fruit. You have thin sunscreen because you need as much tannins or you need as much heat absorbed into that grape at this point. So you're going to end up with something we call approachable. This is a gorgeous starter wine. If you're having a dinner party, start with this, move on to the Napa Cab. So this one, thin skin, it's going to be approachable. You still have those beautiful tannins, but they're balanced perfectly. And all the different clones, so you're getting a series of flavors that are coming through this glass. So this one, you know what? Take the glass without spinning it, rotate. Did you not get a glass?
No, I can't.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
okay.
Medically, I'm not supposed to eat.
Okay. So take your glass and rotate it around gently. This is called robing your glass. Then put it up to your mouth and your nose. Like put your nose in the middle or the top, towards the top. Beautiful, all of you are doing beautiful. The first aroma that you get on that, you notice that first sip was bitter. Second sip was bitter. Third, it got a little better. Fourth one, so much better. It takes 2 to 3 sips for your taste buds to finally relax and open up. But the first aroma that you got off this was vanilla. You could be in Italy, and if you're in a professional wine tasting competition, you'll see them rotate the glass like this. Means they're judging or being judged. Put it up their mouth and their nose. As soon as they capture it, this is a cab, and they capture that vanilla. This is Silver Oak, Napa, California. There is no doubt. We're the only ones that do American oak. So this one has made Napa style. We probably have the finest winemakers here in Napa. So I give all of the little secrets out. You're recording?
No, I stopped just before you said your secrets out.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So here in Napa, every